across the Pacific and being 12 hours ahead of most of our reporters. I'm Szu-Min Yang here in Taiwan, reporting for you. The IU Health Center has received several calls about people's concern on the coronavirus, and some students even start to wear masks on campus. Since spring is coming, riding scooters becomes popular again. Now, IU Student Government, IU Health Center, and BIRDS are giving away 100 free helmets to students to increase riding safety. Look at this tree sweater. If you need a hat, you can take a hat. The bridge near the Jordan parking garage is a place where IU students can freely do paintings to promote their organizations or express their opinions. People are protesting in the streets of Hong Kong about a controversial bill to allow extradition to mainland China. The bill has been withdrawn, but tensions have spread to U.S. colleges, including IU. After 5 months of protests in Hong Kong, tensions between activists and the government have become more intense and violent. And about 8,000 miles away from the protests, here in the U.S., an IU student from Hong Kong wants to express his personal opinions anonymously.
You're kind of shocked by it in a way, and because of that, you become more emotionally invested. And then now, I think, for the past few weeks, the levels have still been up there.
The Hong Kong issue also influences people here at IU. October 10th and 11th, Chinese students saw a free Hong Kong painting on campus. They quickly covered it and put out a statement mentioning they do not allow any statement that would invade Chinese sovereignty. The bridge near the Jordan parking garage is a place where IU students can freely do paintings to promote their organizations or express their opinions. The Chinese Association complained the incident to IU and said they covered those words to avoid violence.
They can paint and we will just paint again. It's not like we don't allow the freedom of speech.
Censorship, the whole covering thing, it's not the way to go, especially if you're here.
While other universities in the U.S. had more intense conflicts, both sides were glad that no violence happened at IU.
I let our members to tell their friends, don't be so aggressive.
Obviously, we care. I'm sure most of them, they care about what's happening, but we don't cause a scene, be the aggressor towards Chinese students.
As a student study abroad far from home, the Hong Kong student said,
"There's only so much I can do from right here." It's emotionally invested in that sense. I hope everyone's safe.
The economy in Hong Kong is down as a result of the protest, and so is tourism. Indiana University has brought all of its students who were in China back to Indiana, and IU is suspending travel to China for all students, faculty, and staff, at least for now. 6 IU students of the Chinese flagship program had to return from China due to the outbreak of the coronavirus. These students were about to start their internship in China after the Lunar New Year.
It's a little frustrating having everything cut short so abruptly. The way that the coronavirus spread, it seemed to escalate much more quickly than I had anticipated.
One of the students also shared the intense atmosphere in China right after the outbreak of the virus.
Just everybody that you would see on the street would have a mask on. And people would be very skeptical of you if you didn't. Like, they would not be happy with you at all.
The IU Health Center has received several calls about people's concern on the coronavirus, and some students even start to wear masks on campus. The growing fear of the coronavirus has driven the demand for masks. Masks are all sold out in pharmacies and online stores in Bloomington. IU announced that anyone who has been to Wuhan within the last 14 days and has had symptoms should call the health center.
There's no suspected cases on campus. There's no known cases of coronavirus on campus, but it's a day-to-day thing, and we're going to evaluate students as they come in with the symptoms that they have.
Doctors suggest that the best way to prevent the infection is to wash your hands often with soap for at least 20 seconds and avoid touching your nose and mouth with unwashed hands.
But not all masks are as effective as others. The IU Health Center director says masks like this one are more effective in preventing your own germs from spreading. The N95 masks that you see at hospitals are better at keeping you safe from outside germs.
Glitter. Good job, buddy.
Cats, dogs, rabbits, and parrots. All kinds of animals were at the pet therapy cafe for people to cuddle with.
A snake come on me.
Participants also got chances to interact with non-traditional pets such as snakes and iguanas.
One of the things people are like, I don't like snakes, but I think a lot of people just haven't had like good interactions with snakes.
Hi, you're so cute and fluffy. So what do you do when you're under stress? Here, people can spend their afternoon by petting and cuddling with animals for stress relief.
I guess goats are my spirit animals.
Megan had created a special bond with animals in just a few minutes. She almost burst into tears with excitement when the goat.
And this goat just, I can't.
Asking if she would want to have a goat as a pet.
I've never seriously considered the idea before, but after today, I don't know. I think it'd be wonderful.
Therapy animals are gentle and feel comfortable around people. The Humane Association sometimes brings animals to hospitals to comfort patients.
We can take our dogs into the hospital and allow those patients that opportunity to love on a furry one.
There's a special connection that animals and humans have, and so there's some sort of healing that we can't explain when we're with animals. Oh my God!
Nowadays, people may find it difficult to relieve stress. Maybe petting the animal can be a good choice.
Now, let me set the scene for you here in Taiwan. The first confirmed cases of COVID-19 appeared here on January 21st, and we have 420 cases now. Taiwan hasn't had any lockdown since the outbreak, and all businesses are operating as usual. IU announced that all university-sponsored international and domestic spring break programs are canceled, and some of the students affected have mixed feelings about the decision. There's a lot of talk about the environment, but what are IU students doing about it? What's basketball without fans in the stand? What do people usually do when under stress? Eat chips or watch TV? Here's a new choice. You can cuddle with therapy animals for stress relief. So that's IU Newsnet for now. Be sure to follow us on Facebook and Twitter. I'm Szu-Min Yang.